Hello, everyone. Welcome to another
Hello.
episode of Toytography Live. I am your host, Brian Carr, and I'm here with Dan Hickman of Dan Toybox. Say hello, sir.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. And we have a special guest. Man, I was pretty excited when he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll be there." I was like, "All right, awesome, awesome, awesome." So we have Sean Kenary with us today. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Great, great. Thank you again for the invite. Much appreciated.
Oh yeah, my pleasure, man. I honestly, after seeing all your photos and everything, and really, it's funny how I submit, I put the photos in for the issue, and then when I see you do some more photos later on, I'm like, oh, I wish that was in the magazine.
Brian, we should have like some kind of fanfare introduction whenever we have a special guest on.
Oh gosh, So, well, for those of you who don't know, Sean Kenary, he was actually in our December issue of last year. So this is the front cover of that magazine. And gosh, we had we definitely had just some fun talks. I mean, it was just a good time.
Yeah,
Discussing
I really
campaign.
enjoyed that conversation. That's why I
Yeah,
was so eager to get back on with you because when our call was done, I felt like, God, I could have talked to you for another
right,
4 hours. And
right,
and
right,
it was like I had to go back to my normal life. So
right.
that sucked. So again, thank you. Happy to catch up with you again.
Yes, yeah. I wish. See, that's the thing. I have to stop myself sometimes because, especially during that time, because when we were talking, I was like, oh my gosh, so like this conversation has to be transcribed. So this might be
But that's how Brian is, though. I mean, we started talking 2 years ago and we haven't stopped.
right. That's absolutely true. It's like, yeah, we've totally been here, and it's just been a lot of fun. So yeah, so these are, the layout of the magazine and everything. Man, it just came out to really good with all the photos and stuff that we have. So yeah, it's some good quality stuff. So I'm really glad that we were able to pull this together and definitely have you in
Thank
today.
you.
So let's see who we got showing up with this photo Viper. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, and hey, Jesse's here. Hey, what's up, sir?
Oh,
Good to see you. Yes, that is absolutely true. Sean is amazing. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Jesse's an amazing guy too. He knows that. He knows how I
Yeah, I know,
feel about him. He knows.
right?
Recognizes game. We get
Yeah. Jesse's all sitting there like, oh shucks, y'all.
it. Now, the next time
Surrounded by all
Jesse's
those
on, it's going to be like,
boys.
you know what? Sean's awesome. We're going to be like, yes, we know.
Yeah.
This will
Right.
go from being Toytography Live to everybody just loving on each other.
Yes, yeah. And I mean, again, I mean, really the kind of relationship that we are all having within the community. That's really the side effect to all of this, because I mean, we're here to learn from each other, but if we can build like strong bond relationships and stuff like that, I mean, that just makes it just even better. It's totally good.
Absolutely.
So yeah, absolutely. So before we get going here, we definitely have to give honor to the folks who are helping to keep this going. So we're going to give shout outs to some companies here. Let's get started with Jazz Inc. Jazz Inc. dioramas, they make 1/6 scale. I believe they also make 1/12 scale dioramas. And they are currently taking pre-orders for the Catwoman. This is the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman figure. And I mean, it's a gorgeous looking figure. I like the head sculpt and everything. The mere fact that you get two versions, you get a clean version, or you get the battle damage version, which is like towards the latter part of the film. So there are three options. One, you can get the clean version. Two, you can get the battle damage version, or you can go for the deluxe pack and get both figures, which again they just look absolutely phenomenal. But in addition to all of that, it's like you're not just getting the figure, you will also get this diorama piece along with it, which it's a good set. It's definitely a good set. I mean, I really admire all the work that they have put in to all of the products that they do. I mean, Yost just does a phenomenal job with him and his family and everything. They all just do really good. But just again, just to watch their progress coming from here to now, it's just absolutely fantastic. So definitely want to get your pre-orders in for her. And he also just let me know recently that they're also working on a penguin figure. So you get a Danny penguin that's going to be coming. He's going to be revealing that stuff very soon. So definitely want to jump on that. Also want to give a shout out to Odd Frog Entertainment. They are currently working on their 1/12 scale Bandito. This is their customizable car that you can get. I mean, when you get it, it'll look like this piece here, to where you can see, you know, all the details in it. It looks really, really nice. But you can customize the pieces. So it'd be the hood, the tires, all that kind of stuff. You'd be able to customize. And I believe the inside as well, you can customize it. So they're taking pre-orders for that. That's going to be released, I believe, sometime next year. That's going to be released. And they're also taking pre-orders for the lowrider edition of that car. So you can pre-order it at oddfrogentertainment.com, or you can also go to nerdzoic.com and you can pre-order the car there. Again, this is something that's just a lot of good quality. I mean, I've seen all the stuff that they've done so far, and it just looks absolutely amazing. So I'm totally looking forward to getting that. Like there are times, I mean, most of the figures that I buy are 1/6 scale figures, but every now and when I see something real good, I'm like, I'll make the exception. I'll go ahead and I'll get the 1/12 scale. So these guys definitely look good. And then last one to give to 1/6 kit, 1/12 scale, 1/6 scale. They have figure accessories, all kinds of things going on at that site. Definitely good customer service. I enjoy working with Kit all the time. He's just really on top of things when it comes to their customer service and their figures and everything, and they're always appreciated. Kit will give you like literally updates on things that are happening with products and stuff like that, so you're never really in the dark about stuff that's going on. So if you don't know what's going on with your figure, most likely he doesn't know either, because he's definitely on top of things. So he will definitely get you all the information for that. So yes, so those are our folks here. We're gonna move on now to some updates with the magazine. So currently, the latest issue has been released, issue number 10, the Toytography magazine, and you can currently get your digital copies on Amazon Kindle. You can also get your copy at toytographymag.com, which is our website. You can order your digital copy and your printed copies as well. So you better order from us. We're still in the works of getting the printed copies available through Amazon, so you can be able to get both of those things. So we're still working on that. But yeah, that's what we have for the issues as far as them being available. And I will say that kind of taking a little break at the moment, because working on these issues, Dan will tell you, they take a toll. I could probably say we had a full set of hair when we first started this magazine. And it's got
magnificent.
Right. Just a flowing lock.
In fact, my goatee was dark.
Right. You know, mine is still hanging on by a thread. It's starting to get there. So yeah, it takes a lot to put all this stuff together. But I would say starting probably most likely in January, we'll start to give some more updates on what's coming for the March issue. So definitely want to just stay in touch with us so you can learn more about that. And also the March issue that's released this year, just want to give you guys another heads up that once the March 2025 issue gets released, then the March 2024 issue goes away. So if you haven't got it already, now would be a good time to get your hands on that, both digital and the printed copies. Both of those are going to go away by March 2025. So if you don't have that, there's definitely some rich content in there you definitely want to jump in on. So get on that now before it's locked into the vault and goes away. So Yeah, so that's our controversy right now. Move on to, we have some new stuff that we got
Some new
this
stuff
week.
this week.
Yeah, so I have to say that before I could even say anything, Dan messaged me this morning and was like, I got some new stuff. So Dan, we'll let you go ahead, man. If there's any new figures you got this week.
All right. So these guys have been out for a little while. I'm actually saving one for next week's show, depending on if the other one that I've got on order comes in time.
Okay.
But I decided that I put off getting this long enough, so it was time to enter the dragon.
Okay. Nice.
I grabbed the SHF Legacy Bruce Lee 50th anniversary,
Nice.
I think it is. Yep,
Nice.
50th version, and he's so slick. And granted, it came out the end of 2023, and it's been a year. It's been out now,
Mhm.
but I am still going to review him. I'll be dropping a video short on YouTube here within the next 24 to 48 hours, but he'll be going up. And then next week, I might have two to be popping up on our Break Your Wallet Wednesday.
Okay. Yes, we can call it that. Actually, let me see the figure again. Because honestly, man, so I see that. Okay, the head sculpt there. Because when I first saw that, I was thinking like, man, I have that Soda Toys Fei Long. Is that what he got? And it was the Bruce Lee. I was like, oh, okay. No.
I do have. It's not the Soda Toys.
Oh, okay.
I do have
All right.
the other.
All right.
The
See, but
thing
that
is,
looks
I see
more
the
like
Mark
Fei
head
Long,
sculpt.
though. Yeah, that looks more like him because the one I have, it seemed like they were trying to go more for the Bruce Lee.
Well, that was what the whole character was based on in the game. Was
Yeah.
if you look at Fei Long's background, he was an actor.
Right.
He's a martial artist.
Right.
But I do like this. I mean, Bruce has. You probably can't see him in the box here, but he's got three different head sculpts.
Yeah.
And I like the way they switch out. It's really cool. So I decided to go with it. I mean, because you can never go wrong adding a Bruce Lee figure to your collection.
Yep.
And I've been having a lot of fun posing them around. I needed something to cheer me up, man. I did not pass my international trade certification exam yesterday, and that bummed me out pretty badly. So.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta get something to make you feel a little better. I understand.
Yeah, that's right. At the very least, I figure he can knock me out, and good show.
So that was the only one you got. You said you had two other ones for next week, or?
I got a couple more for next week. I just wanted to space them out a little bit because, Christmas is coming, and probably after January we're going to have a whole bunch of them. So I'll have something new each week to talk about.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I understand. Totally understand. So, Ram here. Oh, Konnichiwa. How you doing? Good to see you, Ram. It's nice for you to join us. Sean, man, you got anything you want to share with us?
I got some shipping notices. I haven't gotten anything recently, but I got some shipping notices. I got the Hot Toys Balin Skull shipped yesterday, and the Mezco Indiana Jones shipped yesterday. Or last night, I guess, this morning.
I saw the photos for that Indiana Jones, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna hold back. Because I.
Yeah, I confess, I regret passing on that one. I wished I had ordered one.
Yeah, it was. It's a cool set with the temple diorama and stuff. I'll buy anything that comes with the diorama piece. And at the time when he went up for pre-order, I was pretty heavily into picking up anything Mezco that came out. So it's interesting that the Mezco Indy is shipping before the Doc Nocturnal that was announced, but that should be coming out in the very near future. And I'm hoping I get a shipping notification for the Ghost soon. It's landing in Europe and Southeast Asia, it looks like, but I haven't. I'd love for it to take up an enormous amount of space in my basement. But
nothing yet. Well, and Sean, anytime in the future that you're guesting, if you do have shipping notifications, you're more than welcome to print them out and hold them up.
Oh yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah. Here's the tracking number.
Right. Honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Sean, because I was late in getting on the pre-order, but I ordered the Mezco Gotham by Gaslight figure, and I mean, I'm just like super impressed with it. So I'm waiting for BBTS to like send me the message saying, "Hey, we got that coming." And so I was really bummed because I'm like, man, I really want to have that thing right now. But funny enough, 1/6 Kit sent me an email saying they sent me an invoice saying, "Hey, your figure is ready to ship." And so I was like, "What figure?" I was like, "I don't remember ordering things." So I looked at the thing, and SSR did a 1/6 scale Gotham by Gaslight.
Oh yeah,
Completely forgot about.
oh my god.
So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, well, hey, I mean, all right, I'll take that."
There's a stopgap.
I know.
It's a good placeholder.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Once the Mezco, you can just toss the other one.
well, see, that's the thing. Now, I have to say I mean, I do, I'm pretty excited about getting the 1/6 scale one. I did see there's one video right now on YouTube of someone who is showing, did a little unboxing, so we'll be able to see the details of it. I do like the fact that there's, they put some wire in parts of the cloak. So I'm pretty excited about that because when it comes to photography, I think that'll look really, really nice. But the thing that makes Mezco better than the SSR right out the gate is the fact that the glider, the extra glider, the Mezco. I mean, man, that knocks down anything that's because it's like even if there's a SSR put a glider with theirs, man, it's like, come on, that glider's not gonna be able to hold the weight of
right, not 6 scale, you have to be die cast.
Yes, yeah, because honestly, dude, I have when it comes to Jazz Inc., I bought their Vulture figure, and the wingspan from that Vulture figure, I think, is like almost 5 feet.
Oh my god!
So just holding that thing up. I mean, man, when I'm walking down the hallways of my place, I'm just like trying to, itch down this way before I get into a room and then open that thing up and then trying to get, some photos with that thing and trying to get up the wingspan and cameras. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, but man, it's a challenge to try.
I bet
that thing in there. And he put all the accuracy in the wings, so the wings are, a lot heavier than the figure itself. Mm-hmm. Which is to be expected, but yeah, it looks fantastic. So I'm definitely getting that. So the only thing I was able to get this week, which I did post I made a couple of pictures of it. I took another one just last night, but I got my Mezco Duke finally. Right. I was just waiting and everything, and honestly, I didn't want him because I don't have any other things to go with him. But when I saw the photos and everything, I was like, I'll think of something. I'll try to think of something with here. So I'm gonna show you guys. I only took 2 pictures as of right now because I've just been, running around and getting other stuff. But I can at least show you guys the 2 photos that I did take with him. So I took that one there, and
that's awesome. The background.
Yeah, I found some background book on Amazon, and that was one of the images in there. Wow. So yeah, so I grabbed that one, and I was like, okay, that's a good enough setting. And when you're inside a a plane like that, that's cramped, so that would make sense. And then I forgot I had some other 1/12 scale figures, so I decided to take this image last night and put this on there.
That's great.
Make it seem like this time Santa Claus ain't playing around.
No.
So yeah, and I was amazed at the fact that the Soda Toys Guile is the same height as Duke. So definitely going to take advantage of that and do some more, because he actually came with one extra facial expression too that would kind of match the Mezco Duke figure. So yeah, I'll be playing around with these guys for a little bit, see where that goes, so yeah, so that's what we have for right now. We're now going to move on to the photos that have been submitted. So for those of you who are watching, not really familiar with what we do in our Facebook group, on Wednesday. We usually, like, preferably in the morning, we would submit. We'll post saying that we're accepting photos for people who want to have their photos critiqued. So if you worked on something and you would like to get some advice on, whatever the case may be with your images, we take a few of those photos and we look at them here live on our show, and we offer any kind of constructive feedback that we can offer, which now is like a really special time because we have Sean here to give his expert advice on a lot of these photos. So I will give you a heads up now, Sean. I was looking at the photos that have been submitted, and I was like, dang, these things look good. Like,
great.
I don't know what to say. So yeah, there's gonna be some good ones here. But yes, for those of you in the group, all you have to do is submit your photo either in the post that I make, or you post it in the group and you put the hashtag TTM live, and that way I'll know to look at the photo and I'll put it in and set it up so we can take a look at it. So
before we move into pictures,
yes,
why don't we, for any viewers who, and I know this might be hard to believe, but there might be some viewers who don't know much about Sean. Sean, why don't you give us a little background on you and your approach to toy photography and photography in general?
All right. So my name is Sean Kenary. I work in the legal field as an operations manager, and was a toy collector. And about 5 years ago, I was looking for a way to enjoy my collection without, having them fist fight each other at the kitchen table and making sound effects. And I came across some toy photographers on Instagram, and I was just instantly blown away by what you could do and the stories you could tell. So I started with my phone at first and tagging D Amazing and Work More or Less and Sergeant Bananas and stuff, and trying to make friends. And then I got my first DSLR, which is a hand-me-down from my sister-in-law. And then that's when the diorama building took over because I needed environments to photograph them in front of. And I didn't know of any other avenue. I didn't know you could commission someone to make you a diorama, which is like so enticing these days now that I have 3 children and a lovely wife that require a decent amount of my free time. But so I started diorama making. And really, that allowed me to kind of start telling and taking the photos that I wanted to take, because I could build the environment to suit my style, which has been described to me by others as cinematic.
Yes.
And I mean, that is largely because I'm influenced by Star Wars. My firstborn son's name is Luke. I love the original trilogy.
Wow.
And I like the look and feel of those movies. I like the way that it all blends together. I like the aesthetic. I like the colors. So that's what you see in a lot of my work. And I try to do, you'll see if you were to look at my work, you could probably tell that I do a lot of, I try to make things maybe not look like toys. I don't mind that there's joints. I don't mind if they have pins or visible joints or seams or anything like that. But I try to photograph them in a way where maybe they look larger than they are, and maybe try to, in my own ham-fisted way, bring them to life. And it's just, ultimately, it's just a ton of fun. And it's the one way to justify the collection. It's a way to have some sort of outlet. It allows me to not think about my, or have an existential crisis or a midlife crisis. It allows me to just kind of relax in the garage and let it all go for a few hours. So, and here we are.
Nice.
Hey, consider
extra points for me.
I can understand you need to let it go. I was like, I need a release for whatever client you had earlier in the day. It's like, let me just.
Yeah.
And extra points for being an original Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I don't have them up here, but I've got about 80% of my original collection from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
My mother gave mine away.
That hurts.
I had outgrown them, apparently.
Yeah, Joe's.
Yes, yeah. It hurts. It honestly, I have parents who have done that as well. Because out of all the toys that I have had over the years, there is one figure that I always think of that my mom got rid of, and it was a dark side figure.
Oh wow, the original with the blue with the translucent red hat
Yeah,
top
so
with
you
the
shine
eyes.
the light through, and,
Yeah,
oh man, I was
the
just like,
superpowers one.
hey, whatever happened to so, but if I still had my toys, man, I probably still would have had my Bionic 6
Yeah,
figures. It's the remember the TV show Cops?
I loved Cops.
Yes, my first figure was the BP Vest figure.
Oh my god, I liked Cops. I liked Centurions. All of those
Yeah,
those weird shows. I loved them all.
yeah.
I've been collecting toys as much as my wallet would allow. That's the line.
Oh, yep. Yep. That's
I
the one.
broke my ankle one summer when Superpowers was really prominent, and my mom bought me like a lot of the I had Brainiac Ship. She bought me a lot of, and we didn't have a lot. So she must have felt real bad that my ankle was broken and I was stuck inside all summer, because I got Darkseid, Superman, Luthor. I had Luthor's jet with the kryptonite crystal thing in the back,
wow.
and I couldn't believe it. Was like I hit the lotto. And it was I was like, God, what should I break next?
You're gonna hate me. We're gonna go on a little tour here for just a moment. If you can see them down there.
Yeah, just send me your address.
Right.
I had probably, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, I had this woman call me out of the blue, and she shared that she'd been given my name. They had lost their son in an accident, and it's been several years since that happened, but they decided it was finally time to clear out his stuff. And could I come over and kind of help them get an idea of prices for when they sell everything? And in return, I could have first crack at whatever I wanted. I ended up getting all of his Superpowers figures that he had. And they threw in the Batcopter and the Lexor 7 because I priced out her Beanie Babies as well.
Oh, wow.
But I have the Clark Kent, the mail-in Clark Kent figure, Darkseid, all of those.
Dan, what did you do, man? Did you go over to the lady and be like, that's $1. That's $1.
50 cents.
I'll take all these off your hands for like $50.
Well, I actually gave her a very good price on everything. I said, you've got some really good stuff here. And she said, I noticed that you were looking at those. And I was like, well, yeah, I kind of am. And she said, well, I'll tell you what, you didn't, I mean, they had thousands of dollars worth of stuff. He had a lot of He-Man, Masters of the Universe stuff. He had some Star Wars, Joe, Silverhawks, Transformers, you name it. Yeah. She said $50 for all of those, and I went, oh, so $50 later. But like I said, she threw in the Batcopter and the Lexor 7 because I went through her Beanie Babies with her and did all of those as well. Right. Wow. Yeah, so those guys are sitting down there enjoying life. And no, Sean, you're not allowed to come visit me. But if you do, I'm going to frisk you when you leave.
Right. Oh yeah, that'd be fine. Okay with that.
You're a little too willing on that one, my friend.
No, I can hide things in places where you won't find them.
Oh, we will not be discussing the prison wallet here.
You know, you do that stuff and Dan be like, you know what, just take it.
You're not going to want this one back.
If it means that much to you, you go right ahead.
That's right. Oh, you shouldn't have.
Right. All right. Well, we
you
have.
Didn't know that this is what you were signing up for, did you, Sean?
I'm fine with it.
We don't tell anybody about me really until after they've been exposed to me, and then at this point, it's too late. So,
yeah.
Yes. Hello, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
So I got this this photo. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first photo here and see what we got.
Excuse me.
Let's see.
Hey, it's a brand photo.
Yes, this is definitely a brand photo. As we can see, it's like man, but this is, gosh, see, that's what I mean. It's like already right out the gate. This is a good shot. I mean, you have your lighting all in the right spots. You have the light coming from the floor.
Is there behind the scenes for this?
No, actually, well, I don't know if he was if he submitted. I don't think there was, if it was, I didn't see it, but yeah, it's. I mean, I could also see that he put some Lego pieces in there, but gosh, yeah, this
That
is
is quite the illusion.
yeah,
It's really something.
right. I mean, literally cotton with the flames and all that stuff. I mean, this is
Well, at first glance, I was convinced that that was added after the fact.
oh
It
really?
just, it just looks so convincing.
Yes, yeah. It's really really well done. So yeah. Oh, he's let's see. Yeah, if you can post it on there. If we got the time, we'll pull it up and take a look.
That
You know
is,
what I love about this?
Hmm.
The figures themselves. They're
Yeah,
so expressive for being so limited in what they can do. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic.
yeah,
This is
I
just
am a
amazing.
huge fan of light coming up through floor grating,
mm,
and it's
Yeah.
done in really in a subtle, natural way, and the
yeah,
way the light plays with the reflectiveness of the Among Us
yeah.
characters.
Right, right,
I mean, it's really special. I mean, it's like, and the angle too. What I really like about it is the choice of the angle. He's at or below the character's eye line, which makes you looks like you're embedded in the shot with them.
right.
The angle of the environment, you see just enough of that doorway and the fire that Red is running away from.
Yes,
And with the console, and it is really the work I would is someone who has really got a strong handle on storytelling. Like I
right.
mean, look at the Red can be done in such a way that it's like overpowering and it's
Yes,
really hard to do. That
yep.
red emergency light is um, is perfectly balanced with the rest of the console and the way it's
True.
playing off the photo. It's like
Yes,
I
It's
love
very
this photo is
understated.
really really great.
yeah, yes.
It's,
It's really good. Yeah, he's been on.
yeah,
Yes, he has. But right. Yes.
that's 5 points
Yeah.
for Jesse.
Right. Right. Oh, he just put it. Okay, so
Oh,
we'll come and take it. We'll see if we can pull that up so we could take a look there. While we're going for that, I'm gonna go move on to this next one here. Oh, this is by the Dockinator. Now this is a good shot. So I mean I like this one. I mean clearly you can see that the the figure is separated from what's going on in the background. But it's also interesting that you mentioned just how, as far as the red is concerned, which is the same here. It's like if it's not done right, the red can bleed into everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you just don't really see all the details. So being able to have this, especially like around in here in this area, you can see that you can still see the details defined in the red on there. So yeah, and it's definitely all in here as well. You're able to keep the highlights and the shadows, all of that stuff. So yeah, I would say this is a good shot as well.
Yep. I,
I love the flame. I love the way that was added in there, and the fact that you're getting such great reflection just on the one side from it, while the other side still has some traditional illumination to it. I mean, this is really laid out nicely.
Yes, yeah, yeah. This is really 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 good. So let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up really quick so we can take a look. Let me see if I can move here. Uh, oh, I got to refresh. Hold on just a moment. Oh, okay. I see. I see. All right. All right. Let me share again. All right. So we have,
wow.
yeah. Yeah, this is
So
This is really
there's
good.
stand-ins for like color matching for when
Yeah.
he's coloring them in post. That
Wow.
so
That's
clearly
awesome.
having the ability to like it's almost like project management and order of operation, knowing what in which order to like how to put it all together
Mhm.
and get to your end result. That is a fantastic, what a great process.
Yeah.
And again, the angle is still there. Like what's what he accomplished in post um, is still only works because of what he captured practically.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there's a blank, there's a plate shot of just the background, and then there's like individual pictures of the red and yellow Lego, and then then the gray stand-in to be recolored or something. If I had to guess, but it's
Yeah.
expertly done.
Yeah.
This is
Very,
incredible.
very good. Very good.
Thanks for sharing those behind the scenes. I mean, I don't think that people really appreciate the amount of work that goes into
Yeah.
taking a cool toy shot.
Yeah.
I think that one of the reasons that the community is able to grow and be tight knit is because we share our techniques with each other. Like
Right.
I
Right.
am very open about the amount of the techniques that I've learned from other toy photographers,
Yeah.
and sharing them is what makes our community different from other communities where they hold things close and we all have our secret sauce and nobody wants to share it.
Right. Right.
We're all still going to do things very differently, so I think it's okay to share what we know and then
Yeah.
watch someone interpret it in their own way.
Right. Right. And that's the great thing about it is like, even if you give your tips on how to do a particular shot, the only way they're going to get the same shot that you did is if they're trying to do the same photo, which they're not going to do.
And it'll still be different. Their mind's eye and their artistic interpretation of it is still subjective, and it will still be different.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like this. Just share it. You're okay.
And I think for the photo that we're talking about now, like the only way I could really critique it is if what would I do differently, because this is
Right.
his interpretation, and you would imagine that they got the result that they were looking for. I can only critique it based on what I would do if I were shooting.
Yes. Right.
So what I would say is if I were shooting this, is that the figure on this photo here, the figure, the background kind of dictates where your key light is. And I think the rim light from the flame is placed correctly, but it looks like there's a lot of light behind the figure. So I probably would have increased a little bit of a brighter rim light on the figure on the other side, the side opposite the cloak.
Oh yes, yes.
And maybe add a reflector to just fill in a little bit, just to brighten it up, because it is a little bit darker than the background, just to make them match.
True.
But still very, very good.
Yes. So let's see what we have. We got our next shot.
Oh, I saw this photo.
Yeah. This was
somebody snuck in and got a picture of me in the morning.
But I mean, for this one, when I saw this was, I would say this one just has a good even tone all the way around. All the way around the image is there's nothing that's too bright or too dark anywhere on the photo. So yeah, it just makes like for a really, really good shot. I mean, again, your lighting is not harsh. And even though he has light coming in like on this side of the face here, still it doesn't overpower the light that's coming there. And so that, again, it's just a even tone all the way around. So yeah, this is a good shot.
Yeah, the gentle rim on his right side is great, because it lets the light play off the kind of the shape of his face on the side, so it brings it it kind of pulls him out a little bit more, and then there's that nice shadow, which is great. And I love that the shadow is on the opposite side of the hair, so it almost frames that side of his face a little bit.
Yeah,
and again, it's intense and it's menacing, and I personally can't wait until I have this figure in my collection. So
I know, right?
I'm also jealous that he has it, but mine has been delayed from Sideshow, so now I will just sit here in awe of this.
You can draw over this one.
I got the email too. So yes.
I agree with Ram. It's so hard to believe that this is a figure. I mean, you know, we've said it each week. There's one picture or two pictures that come up that you would swear were still photos,
right?
You know, from the film, or they were publicity photos, and this could be one. I mean, I feel like Heath Ledger is staring at me. That's incredible.
Right. Yeah. You know, also, so the other email that I received at the same time was the Dark Knight Deluxe set that I pre-ordered as well. Like they sent me in the same email, the one where he comes with the full arsenal.
Oh, the armory.
Like the armory, and he has this like his arms crossed, and he has the brace on the And I mean, so they've been pushing that back for like past 6 months. They've been sending me emails, but this particular time they sent me both emails at the same time. Thanks, guys.
I have the Alfred Pennyworth armory from Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
And I was on the fence about getting I can't imagine. I haven't had it long enough to buy a second version of it. But I do like the fact that it comes with the newest version of that DX Batman.
Yes. Yeah. So
the armory is a great accessory. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, the other reason why I wanted to get it is because they put the little water droplets in the armory as well, so it looks like it's like it's down there in the Batcave, and
oh my god,
getting sprayed with the water. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one there. So, all right. So we have Jay with his humor, man. I'm telling you, sit here. So here it is. I guess we have Popeye standing up to Thanos with Cap in the background. so you kind of see the broken shield there, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll take you on because I got a can of spinach." I guess
last man standing.
Right. Thanos doesn't realize the power of canned spinach. I mean, Popeye's got this hands down.
Right. It's like you had the Infinity Stones, but I have iron.
Unreal.
Yeah. So this was Thanos got no chance.
Right.
So I would say one of the things I do like again with this is the lens flare coming from the gauntlet. I mean, to me that's the one key feature that stands out. I like that. My other thing is, as far as it's from looking at it, it seems like there are multiple light sources. And that can kind of mess with the image a little bit, because it looks like you got a light behind him so you can see Captain America. Then you have a light in front so you can see his face. And then you have a light behind Thanos so you can see his leg. So it's like all of those lights, you can kind of point them out.
I'm so sorry. I do have to jump off right now because I've got another commitment.
Oh, that's right, Dan. Okay, sir.
Sean, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. You get a chance, have Brian send me your email. I'd love to be able to stay in touch with you.
Yeah, well, absolutely, Dan. Great to meet you.
Yes.
You guys all have a great night. I'll see you next week. Brian, message me who our winner is, because I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure folks are going to be waiting for that. So,
good night.
All right. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. So I mean that's my main thing, is just the lighting that shows.
I offer advice a lot. Like one of the things I try to do, or I think that is important, is you can pare down the lighting as just like you're saying. I think that there's definitely a top light which I think is fine. If that's the choice that they've made, that's fine. I think the shadows are a little harsh in comparison. Maybe there is a reflector, but I probably would have used a bounce card or something to try to just fill in a little bit to try to soften those shadows a little. I like the choice of Thanos being really just the gauntlet and the leg, because you know exactly immediately who it is.
Yes.
And I think that's really an interesting choice, and I think the mashup is extremely interesting choice also, and I think it's hilarious. I would have liked to have seen his entire right hand holding the can of spinach.
Right. It's cut off.
I think the it's an interesting crop, but again, I think the idea is really, really solid. It's really funny. You can tell that Iron Man and Captain America, and you see Mjolnir back there, and that it's certainly that Avengers final battle from Endgame. And I think the lighting matches the atmosphere that was happening in that scene. I think there's just a little opportunity to soften some of the harsh shadows, and maybe a little bit of a wider crop might have helped just for that one hand.
Yes, because I'm looking at it and it's like you're not really losing that much here, so they could have moved over a little more. Even if you lost a little bit of Thanos, you could still tell. Like, you wouldn't necessarily need to see the gap between the legs here.
Yeah. The gauntlet does a great job of telling the story.
Yeah.
And it moves your eye through the picture so that you can see, okay, it's the gauntlet, Popeye, and then you see the spinach. And that's really great.
It's like you got that angle going right across.
Yeah. And so like, again, if it were me, and I can only speak for how would I shoot it, I would have definitely pulled that elbow in maybe a little bit tighter so that the angle for what you're looking at travel through it more naturally, and then so you see the whole hand. But again, it's really an awesome idea.
Yeah, it's still good, and it's a good storytelling. So definitely a good shot. So good one, Jay.
I've never seen that Popeye figure before.
Yeah, I think this is if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a Super 7 Popeye, I believe.
This is the first non-Mezco Popeye shot I think I've seen. My brain was like, wait a second.
When I got my Mezco Popeye, I honestly started looking around for olive oil. I was like, does anybody make an olive oil one? And I think Super 7 is the one who made the olive oil, but it was the only reason why I didn't get her is because when you look at the two, it's like they didn't match. They didn't really match as far as, the artistic view of olive oil and the artistic view of the Mezco Popeye. It was like, it doesn't really match too well. So
yeah, they got to match.
Yeah. Speaking of the Mezco Popeye, here's another one here. Yeah, I like this shot simply because it's literally just the natural light.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with natural light because there's less work you have to do because the lighting is done just really well. I like the little smoke that they kept coming from the pipe there, the after effect. So Jeremy, this is a good job. So I like this shot. And on top of that, choosing that's another thing, especially with a figure this small, is choosing the right area of grass.
Yep.
So that the grass doesn't look too big.
There's so many things that can betray the scale of a figure and make it look off. Real snow is really hard to photograph, even something large with. You do have to augment it with baking soda or bring it inside, but it is really tough. Water droplets, of course, really tough. Grass, it can be really challenging. This grass is nice and short,
right?
And it looks like he's just kind of standing in the grass. I certainly just kind of having a moment out by the water, and it's nothing better for the soul than sitting by the water.
I know, right? Yeah, that's the only thing. My only thing about this is I probably would have tilted the head down a little more.
Yeah, I agree. I do think that aesthetically the photo is really pleasing. I
Yeah.
like the color. I like the time of day. Clearly, the reflection in the water, you can't beat a good reflection. I think the focal length is good. I think that there was an opportunity to get a more natural pose from that figure. That figure moves really, really well, and
It does.
And that is there's almost an infinity gauntlet to photography as far as bringing all of the things together, whether it's your setting, your environment, the choice of the figure, the story you're going to tell, the posing, and the composition. It's all of these things that come together. And I remember when I first started, I was so focused on the lighting, I would forget to pose the figure.
Right.
True. And then it was like, and then we all start to, as we spend more time in this hobby, you start to incorporate all of these different aspects into your photo, which brings me back to Bram's photo, when it all comes together and you've learned so much and you're able to make it all work in one photo. When I first started, I would have a photo that would have a great pose, but it would be lit quite poorly. And then I would have a photo that was lit really well. And again, I forget to pose the figure. So it's hard to bring it all together.
Yes.
This is close. Again, I like the photo, but I think a natural pose and a little bit of a lower camera angle, you get Popeye looks like he's like legit standing out in
and like really reflecting on it. Like it's I mean, for me, if I was to take the shot, I would pick one or the other. Either it's the telescope or it's the can of spinach.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
One would be lowered and he'd be raising one up. I would say probably just thinking about gravity. I would have him holding the can of spinach, because if you put that down, then you're kind of thinking, how come he got it down and it's not falling out, dripping out, something like that. So to have it upright and then have the telescope down.
The spinach is usually reserved for Popeye when he's in almost a kind of a Kobayashi Maru,
right.
And this is an opportunity for him to put all that aside and just kind of take it all in. So yeah, I agree. Maybe it's a time for just the telescope.
Yeah.
You agree with the comment that the smoke looks it's blended very well. It is blended well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I again, it's really, really a good shot. I mean, from my experience, whenever I try to take photos during the golden hour, either early in the morning or in the towards sunset, that I would make mistakes in the beginning as well, because I was trying to like catch the light.
That's it. You're chasing the sun.
Yeah. So a lot of times I will, before I even head outside, I'll pose the figure then, and then just run downstairs or something where he's already in the pose and set it up so I don't have to worry about that, because every second you are losing light.
And it happens fast in those last 20 minutes. It's like, it's dark now. What the hell?
Right.
Exactly. Ches Picks, Chris Lynch, he lives out on Cape Cod, and he is the master of the golden hour. If you get a chance to look at his work, he doesn't post as often anymore.
Okay.
But he takes the HasLab sail barge out there to the beach.
Wow.
And I challenge you to find a more breathtaking sunset toy image than what he has done it so often, so much that he has mastered it to the point where it's like, I don't even need to try it. He's got it. His work is like,
what's his,
he sent me a full-size PNG of the HasLab sail barge on the beach, and it looks like it's from a film. It's incredible. He puts this thing in his car and he drives it to the beach. I'm looking at mine, and I don't even want to touch it, let alone put it in the sand.
Right. What's his Instagram? I want to take a look at the
Chespix.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Chris Lynch.
All right.
But it's Jesse made a really interesting comment, and he said very succinctly what I was rambling about.
Oh yes.
Light, color, and gesture. Those are that's the key to success, right there.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's not about editing or post-processing, really. You get those three things, and you get it in the camera, and you got a real solid foundation.
Yes, absolutely. And
it's almost like Jesse knows what he's talking about.
I know. Yes, we got to talk to him sometime. He seems he knows his stuff.
Does he even own a camera?
Right.
God.
Okay, so we have our next one is Kenneth. This is a good shot, but again, I think this is kind of like what we were talking about before with the just how overpowering red can be. It's almost like in this one, the blue light is kind of forced to be there, as opposed to kind of mentioning it, just being there. But I mean, I can understand what they were trying to do as far as getting the getting the glare coming from the blade and stuff, but it just kind of, with so much red going on. Now I will say the red, like coming from the volcano, looks good the way it wraps around the figure there. So yes, you would definitely see that shadow there. But it's almost like because there's so much here, without the blade, you would almost lose what's going on with the figure. So yeah, it's but still, I mean, good shot. I mean, I do like the overall thing. I do like the background.
Well, if anyone who has ever seen what I like to shoot, embers and flames are a huge part of it. So
yeah, right. Right.
So this speaks to me on that level, and an instinctual level. I like it.
Yeah.
Would I have shown it from an angle where you could maybe see a little? Again, I'm going to offer again how I would have approached this photo, not to use most of my handle in that sentence, but
okay.
I would have shifted the composition so that you see each of them on bit of a 3/4. I want to see more of, I think that's must be the Storm Collectibles dark side.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I would want to see more of that figure. And then if you give me a little bit more of an angle on the figure that's coming in with the double-bladed sword, I think you probably have, it's an easier story to tell in that regard.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, I do think that it's a challenge. I would have, again, used a bounce card or some sort of reflector to put more light on Thanos's back. I understand that the main light source is the volcano.
Yes.
But for the sake of the photo, I would have given them a little bit of a twist, and then maybe put a bounce card or something behind Darkseid to just pull out some of the harsh shadows. And I'm not familiar with the character that's attacking.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
But again, I think that it's the background is, I don't know if there's anything practical in that photo except for the two figures, but it is blended. It is blended well.
Yes, yeah, it is, and that's another thing to have that yellow light, which that's what the photovirus says. Yeah, the yellow.
And it is important, as I mentioned in an earlier photo, to have the lighting of the figures match the key light from your background or the light source from your background. So that's being done here. I just probably would have enhanced to pull out some of the details on Darkseid from the other side.
Yeah.
And maybe just shifted the composition just a little bit, just to get a 3/4 angle on all of them. You might have been able to get more some interesting dynamic poses out of both with just a little twist to the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
Maybe a Dutch angle, like tilt the camera a little bit so that it's coming
Oh
in at
yeah.
a harder angle.
Right.
Little things like that. And again, those are the things, the little techniques that we all add to our repertoire or our quiver, and then
Right.
you pull them out as you need them. But
Yes.
this is
Let's see.
this guy's headed in the right direction.
That's another good one. Oh, we got some extra folks in here. Lou is here. What's going on, Lou? Welcome. And oh, Laura. Now, Laura was telling me about her commute, so we're glad that you made it safe, Laura. Good to see you. Glad you're here. So, this is another one. It's funny that you were mentioning about the snow, because yeah, that seems like that's what's going on here. And
Mm-hmm.
again, natural light, and I mean, it looks like there's some other light that's shining there from behind, which honestly I think is good. I don't know if that's just a natural light from maybe the sunset, or if they added it. If they added that, that's really good. But yeah, still overall tone lighting of everything, I think it's a good shot. When I believe that's supposed to be maybe a little bit of snow put on the outfit, or no, that's not. That's just part of the design. But yeah, I'd say this is another good shot.
I love that orange rim. Again, I
Yeah.
big fan, and I love that this figure, because the figure is uniform. With the light does play so much in his uniform, the way NECA sculpted the character, and I think that with the foreground being out of focus and the snow being bokeh, that it looks great. And I like I pose my shredder that way, with the cloak hanging off kind of half of his shoulder.
Oh, okay.
I like that look. And yeah, love a good winter shot. It's nice because there's clearly stuff going on in the background that maybe isn't to scale or part of the photo,
Right.
that you wouldn't want to be part of the photo. So
Yeah.
the focal length is correct.
Yeah.
To kind of
this is
create an illusion.
Right. Yeah. So definitely good shot there. So let's see what the next one we got here. This is Michael. I say this is another good one too, but just off the bat, this just a couple of things I would have done to kind of add a little bit more is I'd bring him in more. I mean, I understand that you want to also show what's going on in the background, but if they had maybe took him and maybe moved his head between these two, he wouldn't really get cut off as much, because he's part of what's going on in the foreground. So maybe you want to see a little bit more of him. And I don't know. There's really much can be said about the posing, because from the looks of the figures themselves look to be pretty stiff.
I love these, that they're these 3 3/4 inch, like crazy, like 90s Joe figures.
I know, right? Yes, they are like
the Joe figures. Love the Cobra traffic cones. I mean, there's so much, like, the one advice that I would give is, if you have figures that are this vibrant, and like even the monster that they're fighting is like, there's so much color in the characters, but there's not a ton of color in the environment that they're in, which is perfectly fine. If you hit them all from behind with like an orange rim or something, and like was able to kind of amp up just really go for it.
Yeah.
I think like this is fun. And there's another Joe photographer that does 1/18 scale, and but it's like I like this kind of stuff, and like certainly it's very hard to pose them, but there are photographers out there that specialize in working with figures that don't have this modern articulation, and they still get a great result from them. I think that there's an opportunity to really lean into that, and lean into the colors that you're playing with here in these characters, and use and use some colored rim, like a traditional key light, but then maybe some colored rim or something to really kind of blend it all together. But it's cool to see, because these are the toys that we played with when we were kids.
Right.
That got us excited to spend all of our disposable income on things we shouldn't buy now.
And that's the thing about this, like, even though the figures seem pretty stiff, I mean, the way Mike poses off, it's like you can still see what's going on. You can still capture what's going on. Everything is
well, and even with the focal length, with the characters in the back being farther away, and I love a good group, like an army build group back there.
Right.
It looks great. It's fun to see.
Right.
I love those traffic cones.
Yeah. It's like so fitting for the scene.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the one thing about it, is like one thing you could say about it is all of the vibrant colors that come out as a result of this. So yeah, this is definitely good on the shot there. So I would say my hat off to you, just working with stiff figures like this. To pull this off. So yes, definitely a good job on the shot.
What is the character off to the right?
This one here.
I know he's in the chat. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm curious what guy is
cool.
that?
I like it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. Supposed to be okay. Yeah, curious to see what who that actually is.
That is neat.
So let's see. Oh,
Monstro Viper. All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
Monstro Viper. Okay.
All right, cool.
This is another nice one. This is Michael Wolf. Again, this is a good shot, man. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, I mean,
everything looks good in this shot.
It does. It's great, and it's very reminiscent of this version of the Joker. With the famous "You Ever Dance with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight." Right. You can tell the light source is above and behind the figure. You've got the fog on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I like it when you're below the character's eye line and you're looking up at them. It is there's the light it's not overpowering at all, but you can still see everything that's going on. There's still there's not a lot of harsh shadows, but again, having just watched this film, because I watch it more than I probably should, this is kind of how the movie is lit in certain scenes.
Yes.
And so, like, when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's that's very that is the film's aesthetic. Even with some of the way that the smoke behaves in this photo and in the film. So I clearly he knows what he's doing. He understands the character, and what I like is that you can clearly tell that he's kind of pulling off the hat so that he can reveal himself to the person that he's about to shoot, which tells a story, tells you exactly who this character is, what he's capable of, but the fact that he likes to be, he wants people to know.
Yeah.
And with the composition and the way the characters pose, there's a little bit of twist. There's a wire in the jacket. It's kind of, or the coat, and it's flaring out a little bit. And you can see just enough of the gun and that lead arm, and he's clearly looking down the sights at it, and it's really nice.
I love having stuff with wires in it as well, because I love having stuff look like it's flowing through the wind. I mean, it's just that's just fun to pose there. So
if I had to add anything, and I wouldn't mind seeing maybe the person that he's aiming at.
Oh yeah,
there's a possibility. There's a option. Maybe that is something that you could add.
Somebody on their knees in the foreground, or something.
Silhouette. A silhouette. A hand.
Oh yeah.
Something.
True.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got no way out of that alley.
I know, right? Unless there's like a sharp turn around that corner that we can't see. It's like, yes. This is another good one. I like this one because, again, you being outdoors and just using the natural light for everything. This is definitely a good shot. I'd already be gone if I was knocking on the door and saw this dude. I'd already be gone.
It's always interesting when you see a photo that doesn't use, like, we, in this community, we see a lot of the same figure. Like, a new figure comes out and you just can't get away from it.
Yeah, right.
So it's really, it's nice to see somebody use something, I guess, non-traditional. I mean, this figure doesn't look to be even articulated. So
yeah, true. Because I don't see any joints anywhere in the thing, but still, it fits perfectly as far as the scene. So so this is definitely a good one here. Let's see who else we have. This is our final one. So I think I put this in the same category as Popeye and Thanos because, man, this is so this is a good shot here. My only thing that I'm noticing is because the background and the Hulk are out of focus, it almost looks like it's hard to tell if the Hulk is in the foreground or the background.
Yeah, because there's no overlap. I guess I understand that you're maybe trying to demonstrate the fact that the Hulk is a lot bigger than Bartman.
Yeah.
But I think that if I were taking this photo to demonstrate the Hulk's size, I would probably put the camera over his shoulder.
Yes.
And if I had an opportunity to pose Bartman so that he was aiming up at the camera towards Hulk's face, and then you could kind of get a sense of the real David and Goliath sort of thing that we're doing here. But I like the idea. But again, I would probably shoot it from above, like over his shoulder, so that you could. And I would want to do it in a way so that the Hulk was fully in focus, and that Bartman were fully in focus, and then maybe then there would be.
Honestly, by going over the shoulder, you would then make the Hulk seem even bigger than if you did it right here between the legs here, because it's by doing this angle. I mean, I understand that what they're, sometimes you want to try to do a particular thing because of what you envision in your head, but then when you execute it, it's like, I don't know how I can, really pull this off, because honestly, the Hulk is supposed to be large, but when you get it from this angle, he doesn't look very big.
Yeah. I think that by shooting over the shoulder, it may be good.
Yeah, because honestly, if Hulk was really to scale, the top of Bart's head would be at the Hulk's calf. That's really kind of what it would be.
And then if you needed to, like, the Hulk could be standing on anything. You could position the Hulk on something to make him even taller. He doesn't have to be on the same plane or level field as Bartman.
Yes.
If you wanted to make the Hulk feel even larger, you could put him on a 1-inch box or whatever, and then you can make the Hulk be as big as you needed him to be for the shot.
Yes. Yeah. You can definitely play with angles. I've done that a few times myself. So yes. All right. So that was actually our last image here. So the next thing I'm going to play here is these are just a series of photos that were submitted. We're not critiquing these photos. We're just going to just go through them. These are just photos that were just submitted to the group. And also just to give a heads up now, so if anyone wants to get a hold of anybody or anything like that, because right after we watch this video, we are going to reveal the winner of the holiday giveaway. So take time to pay attention now. All the things that's, pay attention to your screen, because we're going to reveal that shortly. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the photos that were submitted this past week, and then we'll jump into the giveaway. So we got. Oh yeah, I was kind of blowing a little too quick, please. So. These were some nice submissions for these.
It's nice to see a couple Monster Force shots in there.
Yeah, so looking at this one, I have to say that even though you guys like the Star Wars, the way you feel about Star Wars and everything, that's how I feel about Back to the Future.
Oh, awesome. Nothing wrong with that.
That's another really good one.
That's Aaron's toy immersion, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, that was right.
Whoa.
Mr. Wukong. I'd say with the release of this latest video game, I think that's the reason for all of the Indiana Jones photos we've been seeing online lately on Instagram and everywhere. Oh, well, I jumped in on that bandwagon too.
Whoa, that's great. Wow, yeah, lots of indie. Wow.
Yeah.
I saw that one today.
Yes, Jesse was putting it. I was like, hey, I'm going to go out and put that in there.
Saw the puddle on the ground.
Yeah, right. It's like going right through him. That's another good one. Shot. It's a photo by Lou. He did a black and white version of that one.
Wow.
Well, so that was good. I had this. Man, I love the facial expressions that this figure is so much fun to use. So Zelda, nice, or Link, I should say. That's another good shot. Yeah, I like the lighting on that one.
Yeah, Sean knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and this is a good pose. The lighting and pose.
Eyes too. Got to pose the eyes on that. On that.
Yes, that's right. Yep, that's right.
That's good. I like a good setup shot. No figures, just a.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Trevor, my man. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hugging him virtually.
I did a shot a while back of Indiana Jones in like a cave, and he found Boba Fett's helmet. So
awesome.
Did that one.
That's the problem. Like when the new figure that everyone's excited about comes out, it's like
everybody's done.
There's so much, and it's like it's hard to find. It's sometimes hard to find. Your own angle to shoot the figure.
Right. And that was our last.
Man, tons of submissions.
Yeah, absolutely love it. You guys are so awesome, and I've just been watching the group just grow, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Just watching everything grow here. So let me see if I can pull this up. I believe I put everyone's name here, so we're all going to find out right now. So I didn't pick a name beforehand. I just threw all the names in, and yeah. So we're gonna see who the winner is. See, it's gonna be revealed I'm gonna click now. We'll see who our winner. And I'll say now, just for the sake of the rule that we have set here, you do have to claim the prize. So if we spin, I have a 1 minute timer on here.
Oh man, no pressure.
Yeah, I know, right? So you guys better be like Family Feud. You better be ready to press that buzzer when your if your name is called. So if I press this thing, I'm going to set this timer. You will have 1 minute to claim. If you do not claim within that 1 minute time, we are going to move on to the next name. All right. So here we go. We're going to do the spin. All right. Rick Bradshaw, if you are here,
Clock's ticking, dude.
The clock is ticking. It is going, and see if you are here to claim your win. I'm looking in the comments here. I don't see anything. If anyone knows, Rick, better get it over. It's like, yep.
You're standing on it, dude.
Right. It's like the timer is going, y'all. It's going. Timer is going. If you will arrive. If anyone knows Rick, better get a hold of Rick. Clock is ticking.
This is like when you only have 10 minutes to call the radio station.
I know, right?
I'm dating myself because they don't do that anymore. But I'm an old person now. That's what they used to do.
Right. All right. That timer is up. So we're going to move on to the next person. Here we go. Let's see. Dean, the Dockinator. All right, Dean, if you are here. Now, Dean, if you are not here, man, I am going to give it to you on Friday for that Figure Flex Friday, dude. Man,
that's right. Trevor knows what I'm talking about.
I know, right?
Drive time with the morning zoo crew.
It's like, Dean, man, you could have been the one. You could have been the one. So we are giving you this countdown goes down. Now, Lou, we know you know the Dockinator as well. You're familiar with. Somebody get a hold of Dean. Let him know. The clock is ticking. And if I had I'd probably get some copyright issue hit with if I was playing the Jeopardy theme and go along with this thing. But, dude, let's see. You got 15 seconds. Slowly wind down. This is going to turn into a coulda, shoulda, woulda.
That's right. Make sure we tell these people that they lost because they weren't here.
Yeah, right. Right. All right. That was 1 minute. We're moving on for the next person. We will see. Let's take the spin. All right. Chris, if you are here. If you are here. Timer has started. Man, it's like this is going. There's people who want the person to win, and there's people who are like, please don't be here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Lou's making a case for himself.
I know, right. Like do I get points if I know the person?
I mean, Ninja Turtles quotes gotta do something.
Guys, yes. I mean, it's gotta have something to go with the pizza.
That's right.
All right, you got. Let's see, you're down to 10 seconds. All right. That's it. That's it. We're moving on to the next. Oh, Dean was in the car. Oh. All right. Got Ray.
Come on, Ray.
Come on. Timer has started. All right. 45 seconds has passed.
Woo. Woo.
It's like, hey, if y'all, if ain't, well, I see Laura saying Dean was in the car. If y'all was in the car, if y'all had the ability to pull over and be like, I'm here.
Right.
That's all you need. That's all you need to say is, yes, I'm here. And then that's it. It was like, this is going to be a long ride. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's try again.
Ray has gone bye-bye, Econ.
I know, right?
Very funny, Jesse. Very funny. Well, look, I almost won.
Oh, almost, Sean. You were almost.
I'm here.
So close. So close. All right. Kenneth Trotter. All you had to do is say, I'm here. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Oh, the Dockinator's here.
Dean. Sorry, man. Sorry. All right. So close.
Blimey. That was 4 names ago.
I know, right? It's like, what was he saying in the gosh, can't remember. Was it Get Smart? He was like, missed it by that much. All right.
Still waiting on that shoe foam, by the way.
Right, I know, right? Hey, put it in the same category as the hoverboard.
Right.
All right, you got down to 10 seconds. Yeah, 5.
Just leave
4,
it right there.
3, 2. I know, right? I know, Sean. I mean, man, it'd be funny if I spin this thing and it comes right back around.
That's a work. That can't be fair. That's not fair.
Oh, I know, Mike. Oh, Mike, come on, man. Maz. Come on, Maz. Are you here?
Well, I know Trevor can text Moms.
Right. Now, man, this is so funny. The folks that we know personally, it's like, come on. This is absolutely hilarious that we go to these names and it's just like, it's like, come on, y'all. Oh, God. Maz just want to know. Well, you know, honestly, I can attest to that. He's got. All right, we got 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Maybe having some. It could be. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. All right.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know.
We know.
We know. Girl, you better say something right now.
He's in the bathroom.
Come on, Laura.
Faster.
Come on, Laura. Hey, all right. All right. Good job, Laura. Good job. You are the winner. You are the winner. So, Laura, I'll be contacting you later, but you are the winner of the 1/6 scale new Coke machine. Merry Christmas to you. Spent all that time driving in the rain, and look what it got you. Got you a prize after about 5 or 6 days.
A bunch of tiny Coke.
Right. So, yes, Laura is here. Laura wins. Congratulations to you. You are here to claim. So, yes, I'll be contacting you later on. And I mean, Laura has actually bought, quite a few magazines from us. So I'm sure I can pull your address up and everything. But yes, congratulations to you. You are the winner. Thank you for playing. For everyone who is here. So that's gonna wrap it up for us right now, Sean. Man, thank you so much for just being here, man. It's always fun. Just
anytime.
Yeah, we would definitely have you on again for sure, because it's just just fun talks and everything. Yes, you guys. If you guys don't have your issue, I'm telling you, it's some rich information in here. It was just great conversations with
my kids are so proud of me. It's like the greatest thing that's ever happened to them. So.
Oh, see, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, and you know what? I have 3 kids myself, so I know
it's a lot, isn't it? Like, what were we thinking?
I know, right?
It's harder to get rid of them than you might think. you gotta keep them the whole time.
That's the whole time. It's like you can't give them back, and even if you try it, then all of a sudden you're in trouble with the missus.
It's illegal. Yeah, it's like
right.
Just kidding.
Yes, no, right. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for us for today. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will have our show going on next Wednesday. So you never know what will happen during the next show. So thanks once again for tuning in, and we will catch you next week. Until then, enjoy yourselves and stay inspired.